Hey there everybody, in-depth review for you of the CRKT Sting ankle self-defense knife. So let's go ahead and take a look at it here, give you some quick specs for you. We got a blade length of 3.197 for the total blade length. You have an overall length of 6.85, so a little bit under 7 inches. You have a thickness of 0.137 inches. You have a weight of 3.9 ounces, so it's not too bad for the weight there. Made out of 1050 high carbon steel, and it's made out of what they call hot forged carbon steel, so I don't know what that means. Made, I believe, overseas, I think in Taiwan or China. So those are the specs for you. Let's go ahead and talk about this little guy here. It's a beefy little fixed blade knife. I'm going to tell you the good before I get to the bad. Good part is that it is razor sharp out of the box, full flat grind, dual edged, spear point. So it's very, very sharp when it comes out of the box. This will definitely pierce, because that's what it's designed to do. The POU, philosophy of use for this knife, is self-defense. There's nothing else that this is really good for. You're not going to be wanting to carry this around, cutting boxes open, doing woodling and all that type of stuff, going in the bush and woods, and using this as like a little woods knife. It's not what it's designed for. It's designed for lawn. That's the CRKT Sting. Awesome thought, poorly executed knife. Thanks for watching. Stay equipped, stay prepared, and I'll see you out there.
I'm here to introduce TASER's Bolt 2. As with handling any live TASER device, always make sure that you have proper eye protection. Some quick features on the TASER Bolt 2. This is going to be connected to the Axon Protect app, which when the device is deployed will alert emergency dispatch. The design of the Bolt 2 is more discreet than having a profile of a firearm. It has a built-in safety cap. And as a consumer device, as a civilian device, this device will cycle for 30 seconds as opposed to the 5 seconds for law enforcement. Looking at some of the features on the device, here we have the safety flash on and off selector, which when triggered will release the safety cap, will turn on the light, and your targeting laser will expose the cartridge well, where the cartridge will actually be inserted. And when active, the trigger button will have a light battery status indicator. Putting the safety back on, underneath the safety selector is the trigger button, which when pressed will actually deploy.
And today I want to talk to you about this multi-tool that I picked up that's actually contained in a tactical pen that's made by the Atomic Bear. I'm usually not a fan of just gadgets for the sake of gadget. It has a tungsten tip, so we could refer to that as a glass breaker or a skull crusher. And it also fits very good in the hand when deployed in a reverse grip position. So once it passed that test and said, okay, that's good to go, and it actually contains some extras, all right, let's take a look and go a little further. So let me go ahead and share the other applications that are contained in this multi-tool. So one important thing about a tactical pen, let's say, is the way that it writes. Well, this one is a screw top, so it unscrews, revealing a ballpoint pen that actually writes very well. So that's definitely good to go. We mentioned previously the tungsten tip and the glass breaker or the business end, especially if you are utilizing this with self-defense in mind. And this tungsten tip actually unscrews, revealing another multi-tool here that contains a flathead screwdriver, a scraper that's excellent for ferro rods, a hex key, and a bottle opener. Now, keep in mind that screwdrivers and most of the stuff that's on here, and once again, I could screw that into the tip, aren't something that you're going to use on a...
Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a review of the SABRE stun gun flashlight. It's claimed to be the most maximum and painful stun gun on the marketplace, and actually it doesn't use volts as a pain measurement tool, because anything beyond 30,000 volts is actually a lie beyond physics, and I'll tell you about that later. It has to do with flow of electricity and that kind of thing. But the way that they actually measure the pain rating in this is there's that little UC right there is called a microcoulomb. And you can do your own research on it if you want, but basically it's a term used for independent study of how much pain is actually going to be going through you. Because it's got a switch in the front, okay? So if you hit it once, it's a bright flashlight. And I noticed this as I was testing it, but if you hit it again, it's a lighter. So I'm going to end the review on that note. Cool product. Amazon link below. Check it out. Buy it if you want a deterrent.
Welcome back. Today, a review of a product that many RVers may find appealing. A self-defense solution for those of us that aren't interested in the risks and responsibilities of carrying firearms. There's a company called Byrna that specializes in non-lethal personal security. The Byrna SD is a CO2-powered handheld security device. The SD stands for self-defense. I purchased the Pepper Kit for $399, and it was delivered directly from the manufacturer within a couple of weeks. This kit includes one SD launcher, which is effectively the gun, 2 5-round magazines, 1 5-count pepper projectiles, 1 5-count eco-kinetic projectiles, 1 5-count kinetic projectiles, and 2 8-gram CO2 cartridges. Now, the key for me was the pepper. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time right here.
Out in the wilderness or the urban jungle, you never know when you're going to get jumped. I picked up this. This is by Police Magnum. They are a brand of pepper spray that I have checked out before. Actually, the really tiny little pocket pepper sprays, and this is kind of their newest and most improved version of that, and I was really intrigued by it, and it seems to have a lot of specific advantages, especially when you're carrying this and you need to reach for it quickly. So first of all, what we have here is a canister of little pepper spray inside of this polycarbonate, plastic, nylon, polymer case here, and they do come in a variety of colors. So the beautiful thing about this is that it will fit on your keychain. You know, it's a little too big to be just an indiscreet little keychain fob, but it's not overly big, and this will fit in your pocket. As you can see here, fits in my medium-sized hands pretty good, and I can hide the whole thing. Now, I will say it's probably about 1 inch in diameter, and it's quite light. Now, you can also see there are some finger grooves, and actually, I was kind of wondering if you actually needed those, but I actually think they serve an important purpose here. So, when you are reaching into your pocket, it's kind of easy to find those finger grooves. I can just kind of grab them like this, and what you want is to make sure that your fingers are in the grooves. This little lip right here is a little higher, and you're going to want your finger below that because that is where the pepper spray will be emitted.
This is our PepperBall TCP. Before we begin, I'd like to point out a few key areas. Your safety button, your trigger, your magazine release, your front and rear sight, your barrel, your rail mount to attach accessories, your magazine, a projectile viewport right here in this tiny hole, and on the rear, your velocity adjust. Now currently this TCP is in safe mode. You will not be able to discharge it because the safety button is engaged. In order to place this into firing mode or to discharge a round, you need to press the button on the right side of the device like so. On this side, you'll notice that the button comes through and exposing a red ring, indicating that you can now fire the TCP. To place it back into safe mode, press the button just like this. And just like that, it is back into safe mode. Removing the barrel. Verify that there are no projectiles remain in the chamber area of the barrel by pressing on the end of the barrel and turning it counterclockwise. The barrel can be removed by pulling it out of the receiver. At the bottom of the barrel, please note that the channel and there's a barrel lock inside that helps you index the barrel when removing it and reinstalling the barrel. Now to install the barrel back in, make sure that your channel is facing the bottom of your device, and the barrel lock will help index the barrel and turn ever so slightly to lock it back into place. Pull on the end of the barrel to ensure that it's properly seated. As you can see, we've done this correctly.